Hi, my name's Grace, and I want to share my TRS journey with you. A number of years ago, my mom became sick, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And it was too late to save her, and she passed. But it set me forth on a journey that has changed our lives, and I've found answers and solutions, and I'm now helping others find answers and solutions for their issues too. So, in the 19 years of my natural health professional life, I never learned about genetic mutations as well as what the repercussions and common denominators of them can be. And MTHFR mutations leads to poor detoxification. This, I believe, is at the very core of my mother's issues. She died of toxicity, and many illnesses and symptoms of many people are tied to toxicity. Over the course of my professional life, I've been able to work with thousands of bodies and hundreds of families. So I've been exposed to many different symptoms, afflictions, attempts at healing. And when it came to my family, I apply everything that I could possibly figure out. So as I learned about MTHFR mutations, as I prayed for guidance, advanced TRS was in my path. And I kept seeing it come up, and it was almost like it was highlighted. So I started researching it. I joined this group called TRS, Safe Heavy Metals Detox group on Facebook. And I started researching, learning more and more information. And in this time, I was really looking to help my children who are showing signs of toxicity as they have sensory issues and behaviors that are indicative of the spectrum disorders. And I also had some small complaints, but nothing that I would have ever correlated had to do with toxicity. I'm a yogi for many years and have had a very clean, organic lifestyle. And I believe this is what has saved me from having a more intense health reaction to my genetic information. However, we all pass down our toxicity levels to our children. So I inherited my mother's, and my children inherited hers and mine, as well as the generations before us. So I decided to try TRS because I really wanted an answer for my children to see if we could find a natural way to heal ourselves. And that's what I found in TRS, because as I researched, I found out that TRS doesn't heal anything. It only removes toxins. And that right there is the key, because I believe in the divine engineering of the body, that nature knows how to create balance by itself. So once we remove the toxins that impede this healing, we can bloom, we can heal. And that's what I found. So I started us about 16 months ago on our TRS journey. And boy, I'm so grateful. For myself, I didn't have many detox symptoms at all. I had a little bit of tiredness in the beginning, drippy nose, nothing big. But several weeks in, I had a nice die-off. See, I found out that parasites will leave the body, and candida cannot flourish when you take the toxins away. So I had a great die-off, and you know what? That ended up helping me in more ways than I can imagine. Candida can lead to dryness of the skin as well as dandruff, which I've had my whole life. Gone. I've always had cracked heels. That's associated with thyroid imbalance. They're gone. As you can see, I live in the mountains. It's pretty dry here, and moderate elevation. So dryness is pretty common here. I've never used lotion again. It's pretty amazing, I have to say. So between my issues, oh, and by the way, I also had an improvement in my distended belly, which was exacerbating my diastasis recti, that was torn belly muscles from my pregnancies. So I have a slightly prolapsed uterus that is no longer bothering me at all because I don't have the inner pressure of the other inhabitants. So that being said, I have so many issues that I never had any idea could possibly be resolved that are now resolved. And as for my children, my family, they're healing too. Maybe this whole time you've heard this little guy singing in the background because he was completely nonverbal before we started. That's the biggest blessing for me. I would have gladly lived with my cracked heels the rest of my life just to hear, "I love you, Mommy." I know, I get that. And he's singing and he's laughing. I even give it to our family dog. We're all happy on our detox journey, and because of our genetic disposition, we will continue to take TRS indefinitely. And it's part of our lifestyle, and it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling that we have the ability to choose and to empower ourselves in the future for our health and the health of future generations. I'm so grateful for TRS. I'm grateful for the divine guidance that I found it, and I hope that this story has helped you somehow today. Blessings.